I love y'all. My baby. I'm signing the first 1,000 copies like I promised. I might sign more, but we got 15,000 books to ship. My hand gonna get carpal tunnel fucking with y'all, okay? We sold out overnight. Thank you. I woke up to the website saying sold out. We just restocked the books again, baby girl. Manifest the life you want.
This book, y'all, this shit in this book, look how beautiful it is. My real vision board is in here. Workbook pages for you to understand manifestation, quotes throughout the book. Bomb quotes throughout the book. Diary pages for my diary, my real diary. Bomb. Baby girl, manifest the life you want. Bomb. Baby girl, manifest the life you want.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And tonight we're going to be talking about B. Simone and this book controversy that has been hitting and going ablaze on Twitter and all over social media. Now, B. Simone is an influencer turned comedian turned personality, and a lot of people gravitated to her charisma, her spunk, and her, I guess, personality. She has now tried to branch off into other areas as far as being an entrepreneur. I think the first thing she branched off in as far as like entrepreneur sales was lip gloss. I believe she had like lip glosses and things like that she was selling. And then she branched off into the making of this manifestation book. Within 30 days and during the pandemic, B. Simone says that she was able to generate $1.4 million in sales and in revenue from this book, and she has been very vocal and excited about it. However, there are plenty of fans who are not so excited about the book. There is even a woman who is claiming that B. Simone ripped off her ideas and copied and pasted her works into her book. Now, it looks like this woman is planning to sue B. Simone, and she has been seeking out legal representation to see what her rights are, and she is calling out the fact that, you know, she had put out one thing and B. Simone copied the exact same thing. There is also people who got the book and they were claiming that the quality of the book was not of satisfactory. Now, when I first started seeing all of these things going on around B. Simone, the first thing I seen was people were in a tizzy about what she said in regards to the protest in George Floyd's name. Now, when I first seen the tweets, I was looking at it and I thought, okay, well, you know, you out here and you following behind the baby and you're doing everything that's not Christian-like. So how can you say, you know, now it's, you know, your Christian faith that has you in a hiccup? Now, I did understand where people were coming from in that regard. However, I did think that it was kind of blown out of proportion a bit. Like, I do understand, like, girl, you can't pick and choose when you want to be a Christian. But again, I do think that people blew it way out of proportion trying to cancel her. And, you know, other than just simply trying to call her out like, girl, you know, you can't pick and choose when to be a Christian. I think that's all we needed to call out and then keep it pushing. When it came to trying to cancel her for that, I didn't really agree with that. And I still don't agree with trying to cancel her for simply that. I feel like, you know, if we see something we don't like, call it out. And if it's so bad, then hey, if you want to move to canceling, cancel. But I don't think that particular incident warranted the whole cancellation brigade and all of the things that people were trying to rally behind. The next thing that happened with her, I think that people were upset with her in regards to her preference. Now, she went on to talk about her preference on, I believe it was like Nick Cannon. It was some radio show where she talked about her preference, and she said that she prefers a man who is an entrepreneur who has the same mindset that she has, as far as if she they can understand her lifestyle, they can understand the mindset, and she wants a person that is an entrepreneur. She did not mention that she wanted them to be a millionaire. She did not mention income, to my knowledge, from what I can recall. She just simply said she wants somebody with the same mindset.
He can't have a 9 to 5.
What? Why not? You don't want him to have an honest job?
But no, you're not going to understand my lifestyle. You're not going to understand why I'm up at 3 a.m.
Damn, you're making this hard for me. Okay, all right.
He has to be an entrepreneur.
A business owner. He getting one of them stimulus packages from Donald Trump, one of them small business loans, and he ain't buying jewelry with it.
Or moving into that direction.
Yeah. All right.
So the key word that she said at the end was "or moving in that direction." Now, I didn't think that that was such a big deal. She didn't say, oh, my man got to be a millionaire. He got to have gazillions in the bank. She simply said that she wanted somebody who was an entrepreneur because they would understand her lifestyle a little bit better. Now, I didn't think that that was such a hurrah where everybody was having their panties in a bunch. But I mean, if you're not an entrepreneur, then you may not understand what she's talking about. Now, I talked to you guys on this channel about another woman who she was talking about how she didn't want her man to be a 9-to-5 worker, but she was saying like she wanted a drug dealer, and she was like the analogies that she was making, I was like, girl, you're tripping. However, B. Simone, when she talked about it, she only spoke to mindset, and to that I kind of understand. So when people were trying to cancel her for that and trying to make a big hoopla, I was like, okay, maybe I felt like people was doing too much. So I didn't make a video on that. Now, as far as her book goes, now there are several people calling her out for her book. Now, I'm deciding to finally do a video about her book because I do feel like there are legitimate claims, and when there is this woman who is trying to sue her and people, making all these reviews, then I'm like, okay, I'll make a video and I'll talk about the particular book thing. The other things, I felt like they were blown out. Like, we could say our opinion, we can call people out if we want, but, I felt like it was just blown out to the extreme. This, however, I don't think that people are being as extreme. People feel like, listen, you put this book out, the book was $35, and they expect a higher quality. Now, I understand as a first-time entrepreneur, maybe she, don't have everything perfected, and, she's trying to start somewhere, so I will give her credit for that. I give people credit for, stepping out and doing something that not everybody is doing. If it was so easy, everybody would do it. Everybody would be a millionaire. Everybody would be rolling in dough. Everybody don't do it. So I commend her for starting somewhere, trying to make something out of nothing, and trying to, level herself up. I think that that is wonderful. I love to see Black women doing that, and I commend B. Simone for that. However, the claims that people are making, we can address. We can talk about it and we can discuss it on this channel. So that's what I would do. So first, I'm going to start off with the people who had complaints about the book, people who paid the $35 and received it, and people who had complaints about the book. Now, in the clip that I showed you guys in the beginning, she was showing off her book, and her even showing off her book fell apart while it was on live, and it was coming apart. So I'm going to recap and show you guys that, and then I'm going to show you what people are saying as far as the quality, and then we're going to go into the lawsuit that she has, or the person that's trying to seek to get a lawsuit for her book.
So I'm sitting here with my good friend, and she told me she bought B. Simone's book. As I just wanted to see what the book looked like, and just look at the quality of this book, y'all. This is a book that she sold to people online. Y'all bought this, not me. Looks like a magazine. And just look at the quality of it looks like copied pages. Don't let the flash fool you into thinking that it looked like something, okay? It's just a little flash. Look at this, what she sold these people. I'm finna write a book for y'all.
Now, the critiques that she made, I understood the points that she was pointing out, and she was saying, how it looked like a magazine, how it looked like, copy printer, and then she was lifting up how like some of the pages lifted up and things like that. So I understood hers. Now, the next person that I'm going to show you who did a review on it, I honestly think that this woman was just trying to point out stuff just to be pointing out stuff to hop on a bandwagon. My opinion, but it is what it is. But this is what another person said, and this is how she reviewed the book.
Okay. Because I'm a good Christian woman and I serve God and God only, I'm going to be posting pages of B. Simone's book.
Now I'm going to stop her right there. Now, girl, leave the Christian thing out of it. You want to call her out because you're replying to this other woman who just called her out. And like I said, the first woman who called her out, she pulled up the pages. She showed how, like, you know, it was put together. And she said that it was kind of like, you know, copied or whatever. Just say you want to call her out because you've seen this person calling her out and you want to fall on the bandwagon. It has nothing to do with you being a Christian and everything to do with you seen this person made a video and you wanted to just make a video reply. I hate when people apply like Christianity to things that it does not even apply to. Like, this has nothing to do with that. But anyways, I'll finish playing what she has to say.
I'm just recording, just giving y'all a review, I guess. When I first got the book...
And maybe she's saying Christian woman because she was trying to be funny. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe she's trying to be funny because of B. Simone's remarks as far as Black Lives Matter and saying like, okay, well, maybe that's what it was. Because at first I'm like, girl, what did that? Okay, so never mind. Let me let her rock because maybe she's just trying to be funny with the BLM comments that she made. So I'll bring it back and then I'll just play it from the top. Because at first I was just like, girl, what that got to do with it? But then now it just hit me. So whatever, I'll let her rock. Let me play it.
Because I'm a good Christian woman and I serve God and God only, I'm going to be posting pages of B. Simone's book. I'm just recording, just giving y'all a review, I guess. When I first got the book, well, it took 50 years to get here, but that's beyond the point because of COVID. So I'm very patient when it comes to like that. However, when it first got to me, it was giving me office, like literally office printer. I was actually so infuriated that I ripped a page out of the book. I work with kids, so some of these things I've noticed online, like some of the prompts that she had, like this, for example. I seen this online. I did this when I was in the 6th grade. Y'all, like, child, oh my God. And then I seen this one page that had me mad. First off, why do you have emojis in a book?
I don't think the emojis being in there is a big deal.
Does that scream professionalism? Because it doesn't. I'm mad. You cannot charge people $35. But of course, I'm just posting this because I'm a good Christian woman and I serve the Lord. And I need other people to know the truth. Amen. Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe she's trying to troll B. Simone with the Christian thing. But then again, I think that she's just really being corny and she's using that as an excuse to call her out. I don't know. But whatever.
This page had me type. Also found this on Google. This page had me type movies that motivate you. What is motivating about Drumline, y'all? Like, what the hell? So, yeah. If you want to buy this magazine, you can. Personally, for $35, it's not worth it. You can actually just make your own manifestation book with a journal you can get from the dollar store. And that is on Period.
Okay, so that was her review. And again, I really wasn't all too thrilled about her review because I don't know if she was trying to troll B. Simone or if she really was trying to use the Christian thing as an excuse to try and put this out there. But either way, I don't know. Either whatever which way or reason, it just all rubbed off as corny to me and just trying to copy what the previous person said. But anyways, there were several people who did also make videos on YouTube about their reviews of the book, and there were people who kind of was not satisfied with the book. So, I'll give it to them that maybe it just wasn't up to the level of satisfactory of a lot of people. There were people who felt like, you guys are just trying to tear her down, like, damn, just let a Black woman win, blah, 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 blah. And I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of how I felt with some of the stuff that people were saying. I'm like, come on now. I feel like y'all just picking at her and y'all just seeing one thing and then y'all just all hopping on a bandwagon. But as far as the claims of plagiarism, now I will admit that some things are very cut and dry as to like when it comes to manifestation and things like that. Like some things are going to be the same. There are going to be some steps that are the same that I practice, you practice, this person may practice as far as manifestation goes. Now, when it comes to the page of the questions that she wrote out, I'm like, okay, B. Simone, you could have at least maybe shuffled them around, numbered them a little different. Or you know how we do in school when we trying to not copy a biography, we put it in our own words. You could have even put it in your own words. So for that, I understand the woman calling her out and feeling the way, because I feel like she could have made it a little bit more personalized to her. Maybe even use some slang, do something to switch it up a little bit. So this woman by the name of her name is Elle Duclos, I think, and she's from Boston, and she is a motivational lifestyle creator, and she is, a creator of Boss Girl bloggers, and she has these manifestation books that she's trying to push, and, she's trying to start her brand, and she's trying to do the makeup thing as well as B. Simone. They kind of are going in the same kind of lane. So I understand her saying, listen, like, I created this list of questions, and then for you to come out and you to copy my list of questions, girl, you wrong for that. And I agree with her. Like, at least if you're gonna copy, shuffle them up around, jumble up, like maybe make number 1 number 10, or do something to change it up a little bit. But the fact that it was a complete copy and paste, I do understand the frustration, and I do understand why people are like, girl, if you're gonna talk about entrepreneurship, then at least try to make it more personal. So you had that woman who was Boss Girl blogger, and then there was another planner worksheet that people were able to uncover off of Google, where they said that she copied them word for word as well. I guess there is a place called Happiness Planner, and so they had a page that said, who are you, and asked like what your loves are, what you want to do, and like, goals and everything like that. And it was a complete rip of that book. So they were like, wow, just look through her Twitter. And she has also plagiarized an identical page from Happiness Planner too. So people were upset, and they're like, girl, you are ripping page by page by page. And this isn't what an entrepreneur is really about. Like, people were really upset about that. And I do understand why they're like, they feel like this, because it could have been switched. I mean, at least if you go copy it, switch number 1 to number 10, like I said. At least switch 5 to 3 or something. But she just completely copied and pasted some of these pages. So people definitely feel a way about it. Now, I do have to say, when it comes to being an author, the rules are a little bit different. Now, me, I sell clothes, and I sell clothes sometimes from wholesalers, and what I sell may be the same that other wholesalers or other companies sell, because we all buy from the same wholesaler and then we sell it. I'm not pushing off my pajamas or some of my pajamas as my original works. I have things that I personally design and sew that I sell on my website. And then I have things that I don't personally make on my website. So, I don't push off things that I don't sew as things that I did sew. You know what I mean? But as far as B. Simone, when it comes to being an author, that is supposed to be your original work. It is supposed to be something that you created from start to finish, and you're not supposed to plagiarize. So the rules as far as books and things of that nature is a little bit different. I mean, not a little bit, it's a lot of bit different. So I do see where there is issues there and why people are in an uproar. What do you guys think? So like I said, it looks like this woman is planning to sue. She said that, she wanted to take legal action, and even B. Simone's manager. I didn't know that Miss Skittles was her manager, but hey, you learn something new every day. People are saying that that's her manager, and she even spoke out to the fact that, this is in litigation and that there is a lawsuit behind it. So just to the future entrepreneurs, if you are an author, make sure that you don't plagiarize other people's works. And to the entrepreneurs that are going into different avenues, whatever the avenue that you're going into, whether it's clothes, whether it's, doing these planners, whether it is putting together, whatever entrepreneurship you're going in, learn the rules as to what you're able to do and what you're not able to do, what's okay and what's not. me as a person who sells clothes, I know what I'm able to do. I know that I'm able to buy wholesale. I know I'm able to do what I'm able to do. And as far as like marking up my items a certain price, like I know what I'm able to do as far as that. So you, whatever you plan to do, know the rules of the game or the trade that you're going into so that you do not have to be worried about facing legal backlash as far as what is happening with B. Simone. We learned in school how big a deal plagiarism is as far as when it comes to being an author and copying works. So it is a lot more strict, the rules as far as putting together books and things like that. So if you are going along the lines of being an author, be sure to make sure that you do not plagiarize other people's works. I think that there are even websites where you can put in like, pages of things to check if it's, pulling up a hit somewhere else and pulling up, if other people made it or whatever. So just try to cover your bases as much as possible. Everything starting out will not be perfect. You will come up with bumps along the road. I will even come up with bumps along the road, what I'm doing. But just try to cover your bases as much as you can. Like the stuff that you can learn, the stuff that you can prevent, try to prevent as much headache as possible. But again, nothing's going to be perfect, but just try to research as much as you can and get the ducks in a row as much as you can. But the thing that I thought was kind of a positive within this negative thing that is happening to B. Simone, under the thread of the woman who was doing the book review, there was plenty of other Black authors who posted up their books and they were like, listen, I'm a Black author, and they were using this moment to promote their books and let people know that they have books and they're authors. And I commend all of the Black entrepreneurs, all the Black authors. I think that you guys are taking a step in the right direction, and everybody doesn't have the same marketing ability and the same appeal. A lot of people like to dump on people, and I even seen people trying to dump on B. Simone, not for the plagiarism thing, that part isn't right, but people were like, oh, all she did was repackage lip gloss and all she did was this. Well, if that's all she did, if all she did was repackage lip gloss, then everybody would be repackaging lip glosses and being as successful. Everybody is not hitting $1 million in sales with doing lip glosses, because that's just not the case. There's a lot of things that go into it. There's marketing. There is all kind of things like your platform you have, promotion, everything that you have that goes into it is not just cut and dry as simple as people try to make it when they are trying to dump on her. And again, I did not agree with the whole 9-to-5 thing. I don't think that she was equating it to wealth. As far as what I seen, she didn't say that. So like I said in the beginning, I felt like that was blown out of proportion. The whole Black Lives Matter tweet, I didn't agree with it all the way, but like when people were trying to cancel her and get her out of there for that, I was just like, I kind of took it as she just didn't want to come off as an angry Black woman or just be like a fake woke or fake like outraged or whatever. And she was trying to process exactly what she wanted to say. So I kind of understood kind of what she was saying, even though I was like, girl, don't use the Christian part in it because that has nothing to do with it. Just say you don't want to misspeak or, speak out of turn. I would have understood that. But as far as when they were trying to cancel her, I was like, y'all doing too much. But as far as the book plagiarism part, I understand it and we're discussing it, and it's not right, and I'm using this as a moment to teach other entrepreneurs the avenues that they might be able to take to avoid such things happening. I don't want to come on here and completely dump on B. Simone, because I commend people starting with nothing and getting somewhere. Now, if you are starting from nothing and you are stealing from people, then that's where we kind of have to, be like, well, I don't condone stealing. I don't condone being a thief or anything like that. So the plagiarism thing, if the woman decides to sue her and if she follows through with it, hey, it is what it is. That's kind of what comes with it. But I don't want to completely dump on her because I don't know. She's a rookie. She's just starting out, and I expect rookies to make rookie mistakes. Now, when it comes to being a veteran, I hold veterans at a higher regard. Like if you're a veteran, if you're solidified 10 years in a game, 12 years in a game, and you've been in the game longer, I will have harsher criticism for you because, I expect higher and I expect better. Now, when it comes to a rookie, I hold rookies at with just a little bit more leniency just because I feel like, there is room for growth, room for error. Now, if B. Simone was 10 years in the game and she was making these mistakes and she was doing these things at where she was further in her career, then I would dump on her a lot more and a lot harshly. But I look at this as somebody who is trying to motivate. She's trying to start from nothing. She's trying to create something out of something. And, she copied a few pages and did a little copy and print work or whatever. But I don't want to completely dump on her. Like, stealing from people is not right, and I will never condone that. But I don't want to completely dump on her because, like I said, I hold a rookie at a different regard, and I want to see her grow. I want to see her win. Now, I'm not even a fan of her. Her voice is annoying as hell, and the baby girl and all of that shit is annoying as fuck. But, when it comes to black women being an entrepreneur, I want to see as many of us win as possible. So even though I'm not a fan of her, I can still want to see her win. I just think that she needs to pay the lady for stealing her work and learn from this, dust her shoulders off, and continue to grow. Now, again, if she's doing the same shit 10 years down the line and she keeps making these same mistakes, then I will address her a little bit more harshly. But for now, I want to see her win. Even me not even being a fan of hers, I still want to see her win as another black woman. Pay the lady, pay the people who pages she copied out of, and, go about her business, go about her day, brush it off, and, dust it off and try again. But I think that is dope to try to inspire people to manifest. I think that more of us should get into the idea of manifesting our goals, manifesting our dreams, and step away from being an entrepreneur is not for everybody. Everybody is not built to be an entrepreneur. But, if more of us start to, create businesses in our communities and be successful in them, it could just be a lot better for us. So I don't know. I'll just leave it at that. I really don't have nothing else to say. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you didn't, it is what it is. You can even hit the dislike button. Share your thoughts down below. What do you think about B. Simone and all the things that she's going through as far as this book goes, as far as her as a whole and everything that she's going through recently? What do you guys think about it? Let me know down below. Did you get her book? Did you like her book? Did you think that, did you think it was a big deal? Because a lot of this stuff, even the girl who had wrote the questions, a lot of this stuff be copy and paste. Like the motto of manifestation is kind of like, I don't know, it's just like I don't know. Let me shut up. Let me stop. B. Simone, pay the girl her coin for taking her work, and just do better next time. I don't know. Let me stop. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I am a black woman who is an entrepreneur myself. I have my website, which is neekatnight.com. It's spelled just like my channel. So be sure to support your girl and support other fellow black businesses and black business owners. With that being said, I am out. Black Lives Matter. Keep putting your foot on these police officers' neck. There was another unarmed black man who just lost his life last night in Atlanta, and we definitely got to keep our foot on these police officers and politicians' neck to make change for our black lives. And, that's that on that. Peace.